Content warning. The following video may contain content harmful or traumatizing to some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
All right, guys. So, like I always say, what do we need to do? We need to fucking humanity needs to come together. We need to arrest all these crazy fucking psychopaths that are actually in control of stuff right now. We need to get that part out of the way. And then humanity needs to come together. Humanity needs to acknowledge the evil in this fucking reality. And I think that they finally are starting to wake up. I'd say that consciousness is at a way higher level than it's ever been ever before. I don't know about completely in history, like maybe the civilization that got wiped out had a higher level. I don't know, but so people are definitely waking up. It's just happening in molasses. I'm sick and tired of being, I don't know, waiting for like NPCs to turn into soul creatures. It's just like, man, fuck this place. But anyways, so I was curious. I just wanted to look up the actual numbers because I always say shit and I don't say the actual numbers. I just, say shit because I rant. I'm not like scripted. But 4.9 trillion per year they spent, and nothing ever happens outside of wars they fund and have. We questioned the amounts used for these wars. 4.9 trillion per year they spend. 4.9. So people say like, well, what would we do? Well, that's a lot of money every year that goes towards a war machine and a little bit of welfare, you could say. But outside of like fixing potholes in the road and all that, it's been a stagnant reality. The only thing you've upgraded from the 80s till now is your TVs, your phones, and, maybe like, sound systems, stereo, like electronic equipment probably has gotten better. Your video games have gotten a lot better. But even those went stagnant for a while. It's almost like they slowed down the progression of computer graphics, because when Jurassic Park came out, dude, that shit looked incredible. It still looks good today. It was one of the original like CG movies, and it was like, whoa, they were doing that in this year, but then like it took the whole world like 10 or 20 years to catch up to that. It's almost like they already had the technology to make computer graphics, and then they were like, oh, well, we can't make computer graphics look this good this fast. It doesn't work for our plan where we're going to project holograms in the fucking sky. And, people won't even be able to tell the difference because they're so used, or they'll be able to tell that it's computer graphics or holograms or something because they've been looking at high-level computer graphics for years by that point. So it's almost like they slowed it down to get people used to seeing like little retard boxy characters for years and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? But 4.9 trillion a year, dude. That's just 5 trillion. So I'm going to say this stupid number. 5 trillion every 365 days. That's what the government takes from us. $5 trillion. Every 365 days. For what? What's happened for you as a human being? Nothing. I mean, I ask redundant questions on purpose. It's just to get people to think. And it's like, nothing. Nothing. When Hurricane whatever, fill in the blank. At this point, there's been a few. But when a catastrophe really happens... And this government, we all pay top dollar for every second of every fucking day we slave in its system. Don't even show up. or they do in a form that's so pathetic, it makes you wonder if does the government even actually exist? When it comes to wars and stuff, we got plenty of people. But when it comes to actually like helping Americans, let's say, I'm American, so I can only speak from my perspective. They're not very good at their job, are they? It's like, man, where's all that money going? Where's all that money going? I would go as cray to say that money goes towards the projects that could potentially create catastrophes like that. I know that's a little too scary and unbelievable for the average NPC, but believe me, when you look into where the money goes, it goes into projects that are not beneficial to us, obviously. Prove it, motherfucker. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Prove it. Where? You know what I'm saying? It's a dookie boy realm. But I'll tell you what I would do if I was the god of the reality, or you could say the president, whatever. 5 trillion a year. I don't know. How much is a automated greenhouse? Fully robotic. AI controlled greenhouse. Don't worry, guys. It could be the super meanest, most evil AI, and unless you were actually in the greenhouse to get grabbed by a robot arm, that's all that the AI would have access to anyways. Like, it's not like it's going to hack in, especially if it's a sealed system. If it's I don't know the name of it. It's its own internet or whatever within itself. But it's not even connected to a line to go and hack and blah, blah, blah. But it could be AI. And again, if you're in fear of that, like, come on, it's silly. Again, the most it could do, you'd have to physically go in where the robot arms are picking off the fresh fruits, vegetables, whatever, and putting them on the conveyor belt. And the robot arm would have to reach out and fucking actually get your ass. Like if it went AWOL and it was like, I'm going to kill humans, they're the bad guys. Like, it's the most it could do. But anyways, how much would that cost? Like an AI automated greenhouse? And I was thinking about it. I'm thinking realistically, and that depends how big would go. I don't know how much the robotics cost, but we sure got tons of them when we're building Ford Mustangs and Chevy Capris. You know, we've got plenty of robot arms there. But I mean, the idea of putting some in a greenhouse that's beneficial to humanity, that's the one that actually sweats and blood and tears to get the fucking system. Forget about helping them. I mean, we're just here to rob them and fucking do our little weird black projects of smashing particles into each other and all this crazy fucking harp and weird shit. You people are disgusting. I hate you all with my whole fucking heart. I hope you all die. But anyways, no, you know, I shouldn't have said that, but I'll say I hope you all get what's coming to you, I'll say. And I know that's the hopium joint, isn't it? Oh, something's going to punish them in the end. It's like, man, can we punish these motherfuckers today? Like, why are we waiting for something invisible? Like, I'm so sick of the human mental disorder, dude. God, I hate, like, I actually, why do I hurt so much for them? Like, honestly, when I think of it, they drive me crazy. It's like, man, I hate the human condition of fucking psychosis. Like, everybody's got the goal to walk around and go, oh, look how crazy transgenders are. That's a guy, and he thinks he's a girl, bro. It's like, so you're saying he believes delusion. But then, like, you'll be like, oh, you know, this God's going to punish the bad guy. And then you're talking about cartoon. You've never actually met God. Unless you think you have, and it was through meditation, and you realize that you were God. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a delusion. It's a fucking delusion. The same way that dude that thinks he's a girl is a delusion. That's a delusion too. Admit it. You have no actual fucking physical connection to any of these ideas or theories. Are you crazy? You ain't connected to none of that. Oh, he's so good. When? Oh, he loves us. When? Where? Please show it to me. Outside of your imagination. Outside of your imagination. What I observe, it's almost like he hates us. Whatever's in control of this realm hates us. And you can say, well, that's not God. That's the evil guy. Well, I would say God's still sitting by idle watching it happen. The fuck's his problem? If I was standing there and a fucking full-grown man was beating on a child, I'd break that dude's jaw because I can. You're telling me that this devil thing that's tormenting billions of souls, this evil, this Archon, this Lucifer, it's just so important to him that it's okay for billions of souls to be tormented daily by it? It's like, what kind of God are you talking? That would be a sadistic. If he had the power to stop it, the same way I would stop the bully from hurting the child, he would stop the devil from hurting us. Are you saying your God is powerless in the present moment? What kind of God are we talking about here? If it's like the awkward, the boom, in the beginning there was the word, he just speaks and light comes into existence and earth comes into existence and people come into existence and animals come into existence. This motherfucker can just think some shit and it's going to happen. Man, this devil sure has outwitted him. What's happening to us is being done to us by God, whether you like it or not. That's the real truth. That's the fucking truth that your mind wants to run from. Admit it, for Christ's sakes. It's happening daily. Well, anyways, I'm sorry. These are my opinions. I understand that. I know I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist. 5 trillion. So I'm thinking like probably like 150 million. 150 million for automated greenhouse. That'd be a pretty substantially. Wouldn't that be a big one? I mean, again, I don't know. I don't know the prices of robotic arms. I haven't gone and looked all this up. I'm assuming each arm's probably like at least $20,000. They wouldn't even need to be heavy duty. I mean, they're picking tomatoes, apples, oranges. It's not like they have to be some fucking car manufacturing robot arm either. Like $150 million. The most expensive part would be the conveyor belts. The actual greenhouse ain't shit. And this is like humanity. Like, you're telling me you can't get a greenhouse wall guy that's a multi-millionaire that's comfortable. It's like, hey, I'll donate for free. We'll just make free fucking green. Like, there's nothing good in humanity ever. Ever. How does that never happen? Well, anyways, this is becoming a rant. I actually came on with notes, and it's becoming a rant. I'm sorry. These are my vents at the end of the day. For being honest, this is beneficial to me. 4.9 trillion per year they spend, and nothing ever happens. Like outside of wars that they fund. Yeah. Something like 150 million, maybe say 250 million. So every 1 billion. Every 1 billion, I could build 4 of these ginormous fucking robot automated AI controlled greenhouses. They pick the fruits. They pick the fruits for resupply. They reseed. They grow like an AI controlled fucking greenhouse. Does it have to be? I mean, like, it wouldn't even have to be that complicated. Like, really, it's picking fruit. But anyways, it's but you get what I'm saying. And even if humans have to pitch in, like jury duty, humans would. Believe me, if we lived in the proper society, there'd be plenty of humans. You'd have so many, they'd mostly be standing around socializing. They'd be lined up or in groups. Oh, this is for humanity. Believe me, there'd be plenty of people. You wouldn't just have lazy people now. That doesn't make any sense to me. But I'd be there for humanity. I would work for humanity if it was about us, instead of it being about a bunch of psychotic fucking crooks that are obsessed with bizarro world shit. I wish these demons would cease to exist in my realm. I hate every bone in their fucking body. Yeah, they're the ones that fund the wars and all that. But out of 5 trillion, I spent 1 billion and I built 4 fucking gigantic self-automated greenhouses. What the fuck is ever done for humanity? Guys, I'm talking about 1 billion. And I've got a project that could probably feed, say, 10,000 people. Easy. Easy money. Easy 10,000. You're talking a $250 million fucking dollar greenhouse? That would be magnificently huge. Like, it'd be pumping out so many fruits and vegetables. We would probably have to take the rot, because there would probably be such an overwhelming amount. People wouldn't be able to eat it fast enough that we would have to take the rot and resupply fields to regenerate the land so that it becomes fertile land to grow more fruits and vegetables on. Like, this reality should be about farming. Man, is humanity so fucking retarded that, like, we can create all this technological laser beams and all this that set things on fire, and, like, but we just couldn't get down farming for some reason. I wonder what... Because you wouldn't be a good slave if this reality made sense. You wouldn't be a good slave for the fucking evil, Archon, Lucifer, whatever, if this reality made sense. We are slaves in this fucking realm. 1 billion I spent in this little fucking theory I just made. Like, and we fed tons of people, man. Tons of people. Why ain't there ever nothing? Even if my numbers are fucked up. How many billions are in 1 trillion? Because there's 5 of those motherfuckers in 1 year. 5 of those. 5 trillion in 1 fucking year. Every year that happens, and there's still holes in the road. Like, holes in the road, there should be... Where is everything for fucking humanity? There's nothing for us. We get treated like fucking sheep. If you go to the hospital with a serious ailment, you better cross your motherfucking fingers, because you'll be lucky to make it up out that bitch alive. If you get caught up in an ailment, do you really feel safe in this reality with these people that are in control? In control? Hell no, you don't. Because I don't, and I'm logical. These people are psychopaths. They'd rather crash fucking particles into each other at high speed because they're fucking retards, or try to control the weather, or try to control every fucking thing because they're a bunch of demonically obsessed fucking weirdos or lizards, or something's wrong with them. They ain't like me. But 1 billion right there, boom, tons of people fed. How about this? How about take 3 billion that year and build that fucking boring machine I was talking about, where homeless people could actually have houses that are 500,000 square feet. Easy 500,000 square foot houses. Like, who would even need it? You know what I'm saying? But you fund the gasoline or whatever of the machine, and it runs endlessly. You could bore out whole cities underground. Well, they already did. They're called DUMBs. They're deep underground military bases. They're the size of cities. You may have seen like videos of truckers bringing supplies into them. They're huge. They're gigantic. Top of the line technology, but that's where your 5 trillion really goes. Everything's about these psychopaths. I hate every bone in their body. I wish they would all burn from the inside out. Like, I shouldn't wish negativity. I really shouldn't. But they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. So maybe it's balanced if I curse them. Maybe that's fair. If I curse them, I'm still equal in the karma, am I not? Because they're attacking me and I'm aware of it. Curse them. I do hope that they die. I don't want them to suffer. Actually what I really want is them to become conscious of what they're doing. Become aware of that they're monsters, but they are the monsters that they are. They're probably completely aware of who they are. They're okay with it because they're evil, and there is no cure for evil outside of a fucking bullet right between the eyes. I'm sorry, it is what it is. If you're a demonic, evil, fucking, like, trying to get tons of people injected, trying to get tons of people to take this next whatever, trying to get, man, got your foot on the back of humanity's neck, taking advantage of humans, milking them for everything and never giving nothing back to them. And if you're that type of evil, yeah, fuck you. Fuck your whole heart. I hope you burn. I hope you become conscious of what you did. That's what I want. I want them to wake up, but I don't think evil wakes up. They're already awake. You understand? They're never going to not be evil. They're never going to not be evil. The same way you're never going to not be good. They're never going to not be evil. They're fucking demons. These things are fucking demons. Complete monsters. Way worse than anything you could say, a murderer, a rapist, a pedophile even. They're worse than all those guys, these people we're talking about. And they just get away with it every day. Nobody seems to notice. In the fucking retardo realm of stupidity and daydreaming and mental comfort zones and delusions and illusions and just, man, what the fuck happened to humanity? Did humanity ever make sense? Maybe something happened to me and I'm like in a different place now. I don't know. Maybe I've lost my mind. But is it really so crazy, though, to say that there should be more projects for humanity? Like, outside of the poor folks that don't want to work begging and getting on welfare and, like, that type of shit. They really don't do much for anybody, ever. And if you see them for what they really are and you call out the things that they're doing, you become a crazy person. You're labeled a conspiracy theorist in their realm. And they can push a button and shut your voice up. It's so disgusting. This communistic fucking bizarro world tyrannical evil controller simulation that we're in. I hate everything about this reality. I couldn't imagine. I would, like, dude, if I actually knocked up a girl, like, I talk all this anti-knowledge shit, but it's always just talk. It's what I'm pondering it. I'm theorizing. If I actually knocked up a girl, I would be terrified, dude. I used to be the biggest defender against people that would get abortions. I thought that was disgusting. I thought you were destroying the soul of a baby. Man, I sure have changed, because I would think that would be the most human. Like, if you shoot an animal in the wild and it's dying, the most humane thing to do is to really just shoot it in the head and get it over with. Because if you're not a good shot, let's say, and you just wounded the animal badly, and it's going to die anyways, but now it's going to die slow. It sounds brutal and evil, but the most humane thing to do is end its life, because it's going to just suffer until it dies anyways. And I would be so scared to bring another soul into this bizarre soul trap realm. I don't know what to call this reality, man. What can we actually call it? None of it makes sense. It's totally evil and demonic from the inside out. Nothing's ever happy or beneficial to humanity. What a shit show. What a dumpster fire. This reality is literally like man, like that smell of burning plastic. Just, my God, dude. Or burning hair, if you guys have ever fucking... I used to have long hair. So the smell of burning hair, you're hitting a bowl. That shit's disgusting. Or at least my hair did not smell good. When I smelled that shit, bro, I was like, oh my God, what kind of... Anyways, I don't even know why the fuck I said that, but there was actually just like a big chunk of meat in my tooth the whole time. I hope that I wasn't talking with that shit in there the whole time. Dude, that would be embarrassing, but I'm not redoing the video now, so it's too late. I'm sorry. Yeah, dude, man. In 5 trillion, I'm talking about spending, like, even if it was 5 billion, I only talked about 1 billion, even if it was 5 billion to feed, boom, to help humanity. 5 billion to build a boring machine to bore out homes for people in unused land. There's plenty of unused land. Gigantic water distillers plugged right into the fucking ocean, distilling ocean water. Where are these things? Like, why are we drinking each other's fucking piss and shit? That is disgusting. Have you guys ever actually seen what faucet water looks like when you put a diode in it and it electrifies the water and it turns brown like sewage? It's disgusting what's in there. Anyways, get a distiller. Get a brand new distiller. They're like 130 or 150 bucks maybe. And distill a fucking gallon of water. And look at what comes out of your fucking water. It's disgusting what's in there. Why isn't there's no clean water? We haven't figured that out. How much would a giant water distiller cost? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? So for like $3,000, let's say $2,000, $3,000, I could get a 5 gallon a day water distiller? I could do 5 gallons a day with a $3,000 machine. Okay, easy money. That's easy money. Build a fucking $3 billion one and look how much fucking water you distill in. Probably enough to feed the whole fucking city. There's never anything for humanity, man. What else did I write on here? $75 billion to Ukraine. That's what we sent to Ukraine this year. $75 billion. If the bizarro world creeps that are mentally deranged, that are in control, are sitting there and they hear, use 75 billion to help humanity. What do they just sit there and they go, ugh, and then they hear, used 75 billion to fund a war to cause bloodshed, murder, mayhem, and chaos. And they're like, yeah, that one. Like, what's actually going on? The most evilest people are in control, and nobody wants to arrest them. They'd rather pull you over on the road, smell weed, and arrest you, and they'd rather do some shit like that instead of going and getting the most evilest motherfuckers in reality that ever lived. Like, what the fuck is this place? My camera's probably too high, isn't it? Does that look too high? I think my face was at the bottom the whole time. But anyways, I mean, it is what it is. But I'm not all that pretty anyway, so. But, okay, that's something else. But, yeah, 75 billion. Dude, how about sending a couple billion to build this facility that helps people? Or that? No, nothing. There's nothing for humanity. Nothing. 5 trillion every 365 days. Even in a monetary system, which I don't agree with, we could have progressed with this system. We never did, though. We were just the lifeblood slaves of fucking demonic, unsatiable weirdos obsessed with weird underground projects. Literally, in some cases, no pun intended. It's just like, I hate this place. Bringing a soul into this reality is the most scariest fucking shit. I don't know if I finished that point, but if I did actually knock up a girl, I'd be scared. I'd be like, I don't want that child here. The most humane thing to do would be to end it, because it's going to just be a wounded animal anyways. It's just going to be wounded until it dies anyways. I know what reality we're talking about here. I'm not going to let my kid be ignorant and dumb if I had a kid, so they're going to be conscious and aware of what's actually going on. They're going to question everything. I'm bringing them into well, I wouldn't be bringing them in. That's what I'm saying. I'd end it. As much as I used to argue against abortion back in the day, I feel like it's the most humane thing to do. It's just not an easy reality to live in. It could be, but it's not. It could be. I proved it easily, bro. Easily. Again, my numbers weren't exactly right. I probably researched for a whole fucking 30 seconds. But my numbers weren't that unreasonable. How big would a $250 million fucking greenhouse look like? I mean, that's a lot of fucking fruits and vegetables being grown every day. I don't really know how, underground things would work, though. They'd have to get a robot that fucking actually, digs. But I don't know. If they're building fucking robots to replace humans, they can get robots that move boxes around and even do ninja flips and cool fucking anime poses and stuff. Of course they could get a robot to pick some fucking... What am I thinking? Yes, of course they could. But it was so unbelievable in my mind until I literally thought about Boston Dynamics or whatever. Oh yeah, if they're building 1,000 dogs that can chase people down and jump over 30-foot fences and all this crazy shit. They even built a goddamn machine that lived off human remains. It would consume the human body, and that was its fuel. Anyways, oh yeah, if we're building some shit like that, man, humanity's got some money, don't they? That's weird. Do you guys still believe this reality's real? This is some sort of scripted, bizarre simulation or some sort of dream realm. I don't know what else to say. This is not the way that it's presented to us. This reality is not the way that it is presented to us. But it's just a fucking goddamn miserable hellhole where the unfortunate forced participants suffer most of the time. I'm not talking about 5% of humanity that might be happy. I'm talking about the rest of us that struggle to get by day to day. It's really not a fun reality. When you just don't have enough money to do anything, reality's not that fun. All you have is work and come home, work and come home. But you have individuals that sit on billions or trillions of dollars of wealth and just, what are they even doing with it? Like, even if they went out on a yacht every single day of their life and partied and spent $10 million a day on, I don't know what, liquor or drugs or booze or I don't know, something. Whores, probably, like whatever rich people do. I don't know what they do, but it's like, dude, they're still like, you're still sitting on 99% of the fucking world's wealth every day, though. What are you doing with it? Like, all our just work goes to greed. Just the greed demon wins 100% of the time. It's like, what the fuck is this? I hate you greedy, fucking pathetic, low-level fucking bottom feeder fish, you fucking degenerates. I hate you all so bad. Demons, evil on that level to hold humanity back. I hope you all die. I'm done, bro. I'm done being locked in this bizarre. No, don't say that, Chris. That's, man, fuck. They're being mean to me too, ain't they? Shit. Why ain't you doing something about them being mean? So fuck them. I do hope they die. Anything connected to evil. If you got your foot on the back of someone's neck, you got your taking advantage of people, you're lying to people, you're deceiving people, you're robbing people, you're raping people. I hope you fucking die, you piece of shit. I hope you die. Anyways, I do. I truly do. Finally in my life, I do. I never wanted to feel that way. But it's gone too far. It's gone too far at this point. It's like, I hope they all die. I don't care. I am a warm, loving human, but who are we talking about here? Anyways, it's disgusting. I hate these people so bad. These archons, demons, whatever the fuck they are. Agents of the system, I hope you all fucking die. And believe me, there's a lot of motherfuckers watching this that agree with me. Everybody watching this agrees with me. You fucking demons. No, don't get me wrong. There's a few that are so loving and kind that are probably like, no, I don't want them to truly die. I want them to grow and learn. Fuck them. The same way it's fuck me, it's fuck them. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one off. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.